Hi there, Machedo. Speaking to you from Machedo.com. Who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Now, I normally do not take youngsters as my clients because it's a very different ball game. It's a very different market, and I prefer taking people who are mature, who have years of experience behind them, and whom I don't have to explain everything. So it's very rare that I take youngsters as my client. But however, this young boy, he was in his 20s. He approached me from Dubai and he wanted a job. And he had the money to kind of invest in terms of mentoring. So I said, okay, fine, no problem. So he was searching for a job and he did not get a job. And when I looked at his resume, I could easily make out because there was nothing in the resume. He only had college experience. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how is it that I helped him get a job, especially a youngster. Now, these are the 7 or 8 tips that I'll give you. See what you can learn from them, pick up from them, and utilize for yourself if you're a youngster looking out for a job. Number 1, I told him that he had to take up any and every freelance job. As a freelancer, what do I mean by that is take up jobs in Upwork, freelancer.com, fiverr.com, forward.com. Just go to all these websites where you can work as a freelancer, because the more you work as a freelancer, the more you get experience in terms of selling, marketing yourself, and giving services. And you come to know what are the services that you're good at, and you can keep serving customers. And it was very simple. I told him, don't make it very expensive. Keep it at $1 or in and around $5. Okay. So the first thing, he started doing a lot of freelance jobs. And he also did freelance in the real world, whereby he would offer people a service. And some of them were pretty odd jobs. Like he would, he tried baking cakes. He tried delivery. He tried, even in some neighborhoods, he was even mowing the lawns and all that. So he did a lot of freelance jobs. The second one is he took part-time jobs. Now, part-time jobs are, let's say, Jitex working for exhibitions. He even worked as a security guard. He would take any and every job, like even standing in the supermarket and giving these promo items. In some cases, he did it for half the price. In some cases, he even did it for free because he was looking for experience. And I instructed him, do this because the more experience you get, the more references you have, the more you can talk about it. So these were the first 2. Number 3 is what we focused on, his interview skills. He had, the problem with these youngsters is they tend to have this really cocky, I know it all attitude. Oh, I'm going to bring in creativity with a little bit of, they have this accent. Oh, how are you? I think to myself, where to get rid of that. So we actually had to work on his communication skills and what he was saying during the course of the interview, and to come across as a likable candidate and someone who could be employable. Number 4 is I made him constantly go for exhibitions and conferences whereby he would meet other people, and I also trained him how he can create his own business card and give it to people and ask for them. It was kind of embarrassing for him because in some of the cases people said, who are you? Why do you want the business card? Some of them refused to give him the business card, but that is how he learned. It's when you do it, you learn. And through that, he actually managed to get 4 or 5 really good clients. Not clients in the sense, reasonably well-placed managers who did call him for a cup of tea, who did speak to him. And, some of them were really nice. Well, he did make a lot of mistakes, that I would say. But that was the learning process. Point number 5 is I told him to constantly apply for jobs, look for all kinds of jobs and apply as a fresher. Put it as an intern, even put it for where you're ready to work for 2-3 months for free, for experience, through references to anything. So he kept putting his resume. Obviously, he got tons of rejection. In many cases, he didn't get anything at all. Point number 6 is I told him grab every opportunity to work. And for that, I asked him to go through his college, which they helped him place in a couple of places. But one of the things that I did ask him to do is to speak to all his contacts that his mother and father had, to see whom they could ask for him to work in their company at even the lowest levels. He even had worked as a waiter, he worked as a cook, he worked as a cleaner. So he got this experience in all around. And because of influence at the higher levels, he was able to do that. And last, if not the least, because he went to all these shopping malls and all these places where there were promotions and through Facebook groups, he was able to network with quite a number of people, take lots of opportunities and gain experience. So over the period of, I think, 9 months or 10 months, We did this homework. He managed to get 16 job opportunities where he worked as a freelancer and as an intern. Worked for 1 week, maybe 15 days. So quite a number of experiences put together. And eventually he was able to summarize this into a single page resume, which was before hardly, 20% of the resume. And, he did get a job offer. I don't want to mention which company, but now he is working there full time, selling DVDs, not DVDs, music CDs and home theater systems. And so that is the first step towards his career of being, a guy who sells electronics and all these, lifestyle kind of equipment that is there. So it was good. At least he got the first hand experience of what it is to hustle. Now what I've mentored him is I've told him you have to focus on getting a driver's license, because if you have a driver's license, you can move around in the, in Dubai, in UAE, and you can, get more contacts, connections, and it helps in sales. So teaching him step by step, and this is how he's learning. So if you're a youngster, this is the strategy, what I'd suggest you to do. Don't give up, keep trying. Remember, it's, if you have the godfather, the right connections, contacts, you can get a job easily as a trainee or an intern. But if that is not there, this is the way that I'd suggest and recommend. So try it out. It always helps. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll always read them. Like the video, thumbs up. Don't like it, thumbs down. This is me signing off for now. Take care. Oh, and one very important thing is, please keep in mind, most of the companies that check your social media. So just make sure that you don't put anything on social media that can piss people off. Otherwise, that will backfire and work against you. This is me signing off for now. Take care.